it really say live?
It said, mine says live. Does yours say record?
Yeah, mine just says record.
Okay, so it's just me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what up? You are now tuned into the Black Ramen Podcast. We have minor difficulties, but we are back. And hey, this is Chatty Patty, aka Madam Straw Hat, aka this my private shit, aka I am the Celestial Freaking Dragon, and I have with me.
Hello. Oh, no. Sorry. Do you want to go first? We normally have our guests go last because here's a hint: we got a special episode with a special guest.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not editing this. Go ahead.
Hi, this is Sleepy Bree, always ready to dip out and take a nap at all times. As usual, who else?
What's up, everybody? This is Sexual Chocolate, and with us we have a special guest, as we said earlier. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's up, everybody? I'm Sheldon Wilbon. I'm Poohbrezzy. I am an artist in so many different forms.
Yes, man. All right, let me just say how I fanned out when I first met Sheldon. Okay, so this is what happened, right? So when TikTok was up and about, when I first got into TikTok, I would always see Sheldon's artwork. I would see his jackets. I would see his now what I'm seeing recently is his canvases, and then we're sitting here doing videos, doing interviews at DreamCon that just passed.
Yeah,
and I just see somebody with the jacket just walk by. I was like, nah. Stop playing. And then I was like, that's it, I'm going for it. I said, yo, brother, I appreciate you. I love your videos. He was like, oh. And the way he looked, he was like, oh shit, you know me? Yeah, nigga, I know you. It was so dope. And we actually have it on our Instagram. And he took a moment and he chopped it up with us. And I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
No problem.
And why is it you don't have a table at DreamCon?
Well, I don't have a table usually anywhere. I don't know. I'm not into like conventions and stuff at the moment. I'm talking to somebody now though. They're trying to like get me to do it more, and I'm still not gravitating towards like conventions and doing like selling in person because I see like a lot of people, they have to buy things, have things on hand, and I'm a one of one person, so it's like having multiple like duplicates of what I do is kind of hard to do just in general. So that's mainly why I wasn't like having booths and stuff. And I wanted to have fun, to be honest with you. I just wanted to do what DreamCon was all about.
That's a great way to start. So actually, why don't you start by telling us what exactly is it you do? How did you start? What did you get into? And what's that look like right now as both like a fan, also a business, as two separate things and also two things together?
Okay, so what I do exactly is I really mainly focus on doing commissioned work. Okay, so I do customs for multiple people. That's mainly what I do. And then I do one-of-ones, of course. I'll do a one-of-one like jacket, chair, table, canvas, painting. And then if someone don't want the one-of-ones, they'll hit me up and say, can I get a custom? Okay. I mean, I do have like art prints and things like that. Usually the art prints that I sell are usually like collab with either the voice actor or so forth and so on. And I mean, that'll do okay. It does decent, but that really doesn't bring in the cash flow. The cash flow comes from the commission work, brand deals, and just one-of-ones, of course.
Okay, I gotta ask, what's the weirdest commission you've been
Yeah, I'll just think that.
All in the back of our heads. Because, like, I know I've looked at someone's art style before on Instagram or on Tumblr. I'm like, you know what? I really want to ask them to draw this. I'm not going to because I respect them as a person. I don't want to reveal commission. Yeah. What's some of the weirdest commissions you've gotten?
Well, crazy to say, I usually don't look at the commissions. Someone else does that. But I haven't got a weird one. Well, actually, is someone talking? It wasn't the weirdest, but like, I guess I had to put paint Jinx from what's that called? It's a game, League of Legends. I had to paint Jinx from League of Legends. Yeah, she was like in the tub with bubbles and stuff. That's probably the weirdest it goes.
Okay, so you've been lucky. You've gotten pretty tame stuff.
Yeah, I didn't get nothing crazy.
Do you think that has to do with like your art style, maybe, or your regular content? Like, how do you kind of gather your audience in order to get people to reach out to you for these commissions?
So I mean, I've been at it for I want to say 3 years now, 26 now, and when I was 23, basically COVID happened, 2020, and it kind of put the world in like I want to say like a frozen state to figuring things out. At that time, I was actually on the come up doing music and breakdancing. I had my art was just something I did for me personally to keep me sane from all the other stuff. And I had dropped a song called Taxi. It was like blowing up, a lot of people were dancing to it and stuff. And then COVID happened, shows slowed up because you can't go nowhere. Where I was in Milwaukee, that's where I'm from, 414. And in Milwaukee, you can't leave the house for like, I want to say it was about like a month or a week or something like that. And then at the same time, there's for the dancing, I couldn't go dance. Couldn't just, you know, show up to an event, dance, and compete with people when it's COVID coming out and the germs and stuff. A lot of things was happening. So money slowed up, and I was behind on rent probably like 2 months or something because of the COVID. And during that time, I just decided, what's his name? Trump gave out this like check, right?
The stimmy?
Yeah, he gave out the stimulus check, and I took the stimulus check. And I literally just like, instead of even paying rent, I just bought a whole bunch of paint with the whole thing. I bought a whole bunch of paint.
Instead of paying rent, buy paint.
I bought a whole bunch of paint and just like decided to paint my house instead of like doing other things like paying rent. I just like took a risk and was like, I'm gonna paint my house and record the whole thing. Posted it on Facebook and went low key like city viral, and then I did the whole house, and then that's when I put it on TikTok. I think that's where people actually started seeing me. I put the house painting on TikTok, and then I think it got like, I posted it twice too, and each one got like 600K views on TikTok. Wow. And then that's when like it really took off. That's exactly when it really, really took off. I painted the house, and then after I painted the house, oh, I got hit up for murals. That's what happened. I painted the house. I got hit up for murals. Nobody paid me for the murals though, so I didn't.
Are you just doing it for free?
No, I didn't do them. People just hit me up. I showed up there, and it was COVID, so it's like people don't have no one could afford to even pay me for me to do a mural. So it was after that, but painting at the same time, like what I was telling people was, I didn't do it for the money. You know, I did it because I love to do it. And the money like just was in the air with me because I didn't want to be like, oh, I got to paint all this for all these people, do this for this person and that person. I just wanted to do it because it literally kept me like sane. It was something no one could
therapeutic.
Tell me how to do it. Yeah. I just do what I wanted to do. And I loved anime. So I'm like, I'm just keep painting anime. Well, because I was like stressed out about COVID and all this other stuff. But I ended up bringing in money. It wasn't through painting either. It was just like dancing, doing gigs on videos, and doing some beats and stuff from people and paying things off. But I want to say my I think I told you this already at the DreamCon, but that's when one of my friends named Gene, he would paint like jean vests, and he would do like real people. He did my first jacket for my performance at Summerfest. It was this festival, and it had like he did X, Lil Peep and stuff on it. And when I seen it, I was like, yo, that's pretty fire, bro. And then I seen him do he's a really close friend of mine, like a brother. We've been growing up. We almost done it, grew up together. And then shout out to Gene. Shout out to Gene. Yeah, he did Gene's. It's part of Unfinished Legacy. I don't know if you guys heard of that before. But
okay.
Yeah, that's the brothers. Like I grew up with like Brema, Gene, and me. And Brema was doing Unfinished Legacy. Gene was DJing and doing his fashion, and then I was breakdancing and doing music.
And this was in Milwaukee?
All this is in Milwaukee. It's just us three.
I just gotta know, what is like the black scene like in Milwaukee? I'm used to always being like hard coast. So like Philly, New York, or the opposite side over in LA. So like, what is life like in those middle states, black scenes, doing art or doing your dancing or doing your music? Can you still like get good jobs there?
So we was actually blessed to have a nonprofit organization called True School that supported literally everything we did. You know, they're a hip hop organization. They literally just teach breaking, DJ, graph, and rapping, MC. And the fifth one they say that is in hip hop is knowledge. So they taught me and Brahma and Gene basically our business, how to move as an entrepreneur in the hip hop realm of things, making clothes, all types of things. And I was there since I was like 14, 13. And then Gene was there and Brahma was there. So it was literally just us three. It was more people there, of course, but like it was always us three there with each other. And we all had our own little things we did that just advanced in the world. Like Brahma is like killing it right now, Unfinished Legacy, doing big, huge things. Gene's with him doing huge things. And I'm doing my own thing on the side, anime, which is separate from what they do. But back onto the topic of where like what was happening is, well, you said what's it like being black in Milwaukee and the scene. We had the help from True School. True School will find a gig within the community, and they would literally give it to us and say, do you want to do this? And we'd say yes or no. It was literally like that. And then they would hire us on to teach the youth. Because since I've been there since I was 14, growing up at True School, I would teach the youth how to produce music, breakdance, so forth and so on. And then Gene would teach graph, MC. And then Brahma was doing videography. And then he ended up taking his own route eventually with some other corporations, of course. But they would hand us gigs and pay us to teach the kids that would come through the organization.
Oh, that's dope. That's fire.
So it was like they literally taught me from the get-go. Like I was a what do they call that? I was a contractor. I never was like signed up as like an employee. It was like, here you go. This is a contract. We'll do this with you, and you'll provide these services, and we'll pay you for this.
That's like freelancing, right? Okay. So
it was a dope experience to do that, and them not like say like, oh, you're an employee. This is how you're supposed to work. You got to be here, do this and this and that. And it just taught us a different mindset, of course, of just like being on that type of timing. But that's literally the art scene. I can't really think too much further in Milwaukee of other corporations in that type of realm for kids and like teaching the black youth and running the artistry and that like urban culture. But it'll be True School. That's all I can think of. So.
I'm so glad that you had True School.
Yeah, I'm so glad too.
It's an amazing organization to have there. So if anyone listening to our podcast is from that area, I suggest checking them out. Yeah, so did True School really help you like that post-pandemic when you're kind of like half artist, half music?
Yes, they're the only ones putting, some type of income in my pocket during that time.
That's awesome.
Okay. They found all the gigs. They got everything set up for me.
I'm so jealous.
That's my family, so I'm not gonna ever forget about them. I always show love.
Absolutely. So at what point, if at all, do you feel like your music as the income, art as the hobby switched over, or do you still feel like that's the main track you're on?
The main track I'm on now is literally, I think, the art. I mean, I still make money in the music. I still make money through dancing, but the art is literally the one that brings in most of the income right now for me.
Okay. And how exactly did that switch over? Is it from the murals you were painting, then getting those commissions? Like just a gradual change? Some like big, hey, this is it. This is what I'm really going to focus on.
Okay, I remember. So on the mural presentation, I was wearing the Dobby jacket, I think. And I said, yo, this is my mural. I painted my house. It was the most basic way to do things. It's crazy. But I was like, yo, I painted my house. And then people would, like that one caption. But I turned around and I had that Dobby jacket I told you guys about that I painted. I think it's in my closet.
Fire, pun intended.
Fire.
It's funny. Yeah, I had that Dobby jacket on. And then I think it was like one of the like top comments. And at this time, I actually was like, I mean, no offense to everyone that comments, but I don't look at the comments after a certain amount of time, only due to it's so much to like try to like opinions and stuff to try to correlate with. But during that time, it wasn't that much comments, so it was like a top comment, and it said that Dobby jacket's fired, the Dobby jacket, and then I think the jacket specifically had everyone go from TikTok, click the Instagram, follow me on Instagram, and then DM me from there. And then I literally had, I think that day it was like over 300 plus DMs about the Dobby jacket. So I'm like, okay. One person out of all those people, I think I told you this already, said, I want to buy that jacket. How much? And I was like, 300. And then sent it over instantly through, I think it was PayPal. And I just shipped out the jacket. But the thing is, I painted it by hand. And the thing about me is, if I do something once, I can kind of figure out how to do it again easily. So then, what happened? So then after I did that, the other people on the list, I literally was like 300 to all of them. And I think I sold about like a good amount of them. I want to say. I was but it was like,
logistically speaking, how did you get your chain together? In order, like, which paints did you use? Where did you get them? Where do you get the jean jackets to put forth an entire production chain from like order all the way to shipping things out? Because I'm thinking for any of the other people who might want to make this kind of stuff, because now anime fashion is hot. It is hot. And most things, like, you know, you can do some custom made stuff on like Redbubble or maybe even Etsy. But what was your process in getting that all together?
Wait, and one more thing. When I saw those jean jackets, they kind of look like when you had them all laid out on the floor. I didn't know you. So you did all those jackets individually.
Yeah.
You hand painted every single one of those. Let me see your wrist. Like,
clearly not
you
real.
did, that's crazy to me. That's wow. They all look like they were like manufactured. Because the way you just had them on. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So how
I saved money that way. Just painted it myself.
I see. So how did you go about purchasing the jackets, the paints? So did it start off by a couple of purchases and then now I'm gonna go the jean jackets, now I'm gonna get the paint, now I'm gonna get the brushes?
That story's crazy. The way I got the jackets was my friend Brema, like I was saying, because at the same time it's crazy. It's weird how we all in sync, but at the same time my Instagram and TikTok was doing good. Brema was. So we were both skyrocketing, right? And Brema got hit up by Levi. So he was sponsored by Levi and throwing a whole bunch of Levi.
Whoa. We talking about Levi 501?
Levi. You're just going to name drop Levi?
Yeah.
Just like that. Like, you know them niggas like like a life flex brought to you by Sheldon. That's crazy. Okay, go ahead. My bad.
So, Levi showed a lot of love to Brema, giving him, supplied him with stuff so he can do his, because he was printing on denim jackets. I mean, not denim jackets, denim jeans, just in general jeans. He was screen printing. He did the butterflies. Okay. And for Unfinished Legacy. And then I was like, he was like, you should mess with Levi and start doing stuff on their stuff. So I was, started investigating, doing stuff with Levi jackets. So all of my stuff is Levi jackets or like Boohoo Man. And sometimes it was Fashion Nova. But I would find the blinks from them. And then that's when I would go and coat them. Coating is when I'll put the plastic over, because I had to learn, of course, what was going on, because sometimes paint would splash. I'm like, okay, I got to cover up the paint so it doesn't splash. I had to came up with a whole regimen on how to take the plastic, tape it with fabric tape, paint it, and use medium so that the paint stays in the jacket. All this stuff just to make it as premium as possible. And going back to buying paints, I was buying Angelus paint, so it was leather paint. And the leather paint don't come off.
So you can wash the jackets? You
can wash the jackets, yes. I don't recommend just throwing them in it though, because sometimes a detergent, it doesn't matter what the medium is. It can be screen print, it can be DTG, which is direct to garment, it can be DTF, direct to film. It don't matter what it is. Certain detergents will eventually tear apart and crack whatever it is. So that's why I tell people on those tags when people do have certain clothes that are screen printed or whatever, they tell you how to wash it a certain way so that it does not crack and it lasts for a long period amount of washes. I have a Tachi jacket I washed multiple times in the washing machine. It looks exactly the same. I painted it. So, and the Dobby. I washed the Dobby multiple times. Hasn't faded. Probably just like a couple cracks here and there, but it's been together. And it's because it's the leather paint. That leather paint is like.
Do you have any favorite brand for anyone who at home who might have an old pair of jeans they want to give it a shot? Like, what's your favorite brand? Do you get it on Amazon? Do you get it at Michael's Art Supply?
I go directly to the websites, and if it's not the website, I'll go to Amazon.
Okay. So you can just get these paints on Amazon. If you just, I don't know.
The paints,
put a Kirby at the bottom of your.
Yeah.
So my Angelus paint. Okay,
whatever you can paint on like a pair of jeans.
So what I would say,
the paint, the leather paint.
I've been slacking, but if you give me some time, so the paints I told you about, the Angelus leather paint, I was painting with them, and then one of my mentors, Alex MDC, he does a lot of pop culture in the world. He did this unmasking series. I had a good like support system when it comes to this stuff because of and he was a break dancer, so he was part of my dance crew, which is crazy. But he's like a mentor to me, and he teaches me a lot of stuff. He was partnered with Angelus, so Angelus ended up eventually sponsoring me and handing me paints. So now that I have the Angelus paints, I can give out codes and stuff to people to get discounts on it, so it don't cost so much, and it's not actually expensive product. The product, a little bottle, will last you a very long time. So I just been, doing so much. I should have got the code up for people, but that's what I would say. Go to it's angelus.com and buy it directly from them. It's affordable, and they have multiple deals. It's leather paint when you're doing your jackets or your denims and stuff. It's literally meant to be washed. That paint is literally meant to hit water and be on soap. So that's what I would say.
Oh, that's dope.
No, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you mid there. So you got your paint, you got your jackets, you figured out your tape frameworks. Dang. So what's next? Just ship it USPS, FedEx?
After I painted it, so I coat it with I mixed the white primer and whatnot with the give me a second, what did I call the Too Soft? It's Too Soft or any like medium for fabric paint. I know you guys don't. You guys know what that is?
Wait, hold on.
I'm an art idiot. I can't draw a straight line.
I was told when you paint, you usually put I might be wrong. Don't you put the white primer first?
Well, yeah, but you can't just put that on a jacket. What a jacket is, it's cloth. So with paint is, if you put the paint on just like a jacket, it will be like not attached to it. It will like be like this. But when you mix it in with that medium, that soft medium, fabric medium, it can do like this, get in there, and then dry and soak in, so it won't come off when you're washing it and stuff.
It gets into the denim.
Yeah. If you just put a primer on it, it's just going to lay on top, and it can peel off like a sticker or something.
Oh, it's like a coating. Okay, got you.
And then once you put your leather paint on top of your prime jacket, it will just stay there like a brick wall. And you can put more stuff on top, of course. You can put matte medium, polyurethane, all types of things that just like seal in the paint so that it's just stuck there for as long as it can last.
Okay. So when you do that, it doesn't cake up. It doesn't have like that extra layer where it makes it very hard to move. If you start putting, you know what I mean, right?
No, it actually doesn't. When you do the Too Soft, it makes it like wiggly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It does feel a little it doesn't feel like a brick wall, but it does feel like it's there. You're gonna know that your jacket's painted when you're wearing it.
Okay, that's dope. But I do have to say, I'm gonna tell you why you so gangster to me. The fact that you didn't care about the rent and you painted the walls and didn't care about.
I didn't care.
No. Let's be real. You didn't care about the rent and you did not care about the security deposit because you went on painting out the whole house.
Oh, so my uncle owned the house, so I kind of had a.
So your uncle wasn't gonna get mad.
No, he did. He got a little bit mad. He got mad at me. I'm not gonna lie. He did get mad.
He said, "My man, so you're not gonna pay me, and you gonna pay my house?"
he got mad at me.
What kind of Dragon Ball shit is this now?
He knows the whole story too. It's crazy.
No, but that's dope. That's dope. You know what I love? I love the fact that you had like such a great support system.
Oh yeah.
I wish I had that because growing up, I didn't have that. And so I'm an artist myself. I don't think I should call myself an artist, but because of the fact that because I didn't really have that push and that foundation that you had. So my parents, being Haitian, that's why I asked you at DreamCon, How are you getting your support from your parents? Are they being supportive? Like, are they trying to push you to another avenue? My parents have tried their best to push me to another avenue, which I get now that I'm older. I understand, because being an artist, being Black and being an artist, you have to work 10 times as hard just to get recognized.
Oh yeah.
And the industry doesn't really see us. So the fact that you were able to thrive and just have a community of people around you that were into hip hop, that were into music, that were into drawing, you were just around so much creative minds. That's so freaking dope. Stuff that, and this is why everybody should tune into Black Ramen Podcast, because I'm telling you right now, if you don't have your support system to create the community where all these creative minds can come together, we will do that for you. We're trying our best to get everybody together and to just support each other. And the fact that you were able to have that in your backyard says a lot. And I think that had a lot to do of you overcoming because a lot of people faced depression during COVID because of, we didn't know when our next check was going to come. We didn't know if we was going to make it. But the fact that you had so much strength to say, fuck that, I'm going to just paint, because that's what makes me feel good. Yeah, that's so amazing. That's why I said you gangster. That's gangster.
Bro,
people go to therapy for years to get to that point.
I know, right? Shit. My therapist still asking for my check. Like,
I wouldn't say you're not an artist though. It's crazy how I think, but I see artistry in so many things. Like, this is an art in itself, doing interviews and everything. So don't say you're not an artist for sure. You can create anybody.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Sheldon says I'm an artist. I could die a happy woman now.
Yeah.
Artist official.
It's official. So, what made you stop the jackets? Because you said when we first spoke to you in DreamCon, you said now you're working on the canvases. Is the canvases more? Do you find more passion and more pleasure in doing the canvases more than the jackets?
Actually, no. I just have I get bored with things that I'm doing. So if I'm doing too many jackets, I'm like, all right, I'm done with that. Let's do the canvases. I'm doing too many canvases. I'm done with that. I'm gonna go visit back with the jackets. Okay, jackets. Let me go paint a table. Let's see if I'll just keep basketball, football. I didn't like the last jackets I did was it's a sneak peek for you guys, but the last jackets I did was for Juju Smith, the NFL player. I made like 3. It's for Juju Smith and his girlfriend, and he bought the Gojo, the big huge Gojo off me.
Wow! Oh,
that's when I did the. Yep.
Can I just say what a wonderful time it is to be an anime fan right now?
Oh yeah.
Like 10, 15 years ago, you didn't see people like putting these on their walls at home. These like massive kind of prints, these massive kind of posters, this boom in anime fashion. Walk into any store and they'd have not only some anime t-shirts, but the true elegant appreciation ones are when you have like socks, when you have these like Nike shoes with the Snorlax pattern. When you have jackets, like button-up shirts, glasses. It's just such a wonderful age to be a fan right now.
Yes.
It is. It's like around 2020. That's when I think because you're just at home. Most people figured, okay, let's watch something. Let's try anime. I feel like that's what really kicked it off. And then TikTok, of course, just went crazy with Hunter.
You were a spoiler too. You were a spoiler because you couldn't wait for 5th gear to drop because you had Luffy 5th gear. And
it's crazy. When I made it, it was all off guessing, and it ended up being right. So yeah, I just drew what I thought he would be, and that's why I put in extra colors just in case it was wouldn't be
so
all white.
What happened was our god Oda sent you a prophet.
It doesn't even
you need
look
to have
too
this
much
4x4 canvas ready.
Man, do you know which one I'm talking about? The red one?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I was just like, yo, stop playing. I didn't even get to that chapter yet. Stop playing with me.
I didn't. I tried it, and it wasn't exactly, but it worked out.
It was spot on. It was beautiful. It was amazing. I was just like, damn, this is. First of all, I picked up the book. I was like, I'm catching up tonight. I'm catching up. Really? You made me catch up tonight. But it was amazing. It was beautiful.
A year ago. I can't remember.
First of all, you did way too early. That's for one.
Yeah, everybody kept asking me too. It was like, do fifth gear, do fifth gear. I was like, I don't even know what he looked like, bro, but I'll try.
Nah, it was amazing. I loved it. I love it. It was awesome. It was awesome. And another quick question too. I'm curious. So with all these characters that you got on the jackets, I know the canvases aren't a big deal. No, it might be. Because I know once you take characters from like, say for instance, that are licensed, and then you profit off of them. I know there's like, you know, cease and desist type bullshit going on. How are you able to put these characters on the jackets and on the canvases and still make profit without any logistics behind it?
What I would tell people is, I went to the convention, you know, and I would see what I saw, and I was like, bro, they are really playing with fire. That's what I said to myself, you know. I'm like, y'all is really out here doing this. And for me, like I said, I don't even sell like that when it comes to like doing that type of thing. But I have talked to certain, you know, companies and studios to do certain things. As you know, I can't say too much on that, but I will say, if you are an artist that is trying to do anime art in particular, don't go about selling prints and doing all that. Just paint, do one of ones, do commission work. It's the right way to go, because someone's not going to be paying you for a like duplicated product by a manufacturer to profit of, and instead they're paying you to paint a character. So it's like that's like the loophole to get through licensing.
Oh, okay.
Instead of like, for all my jackets and stuff, I don't just be like, if you go on my website, it all says everything's custom for one, because it is. I'm painting it. But if someone purchased from me, like, I want you to paint this Dobby jacket for me, or they'll hit me up, can you do what you did in the past? Can you do this and that? They're commissioning me to do it. I'm not just going and being like, all right, manufacturer, I need you to do this, I need you to do that. I don't have 10,000 different canvases in my catalog just chilling. I can't do that. You know, it's not. I can do it to certain people, certain characters, because, you know, like I said, I talk to certain people, I talk to certain companies, and then like even with the voice actors, like I just did something with what's his name, John Swayze from he plays Crocodile in One Piece, so we just collab print and stuff like that. So like stuff like that is different. But when you go on, you just taking characters, and for one, you're just going around taking it and like painting it. You gotta be careful with that. That's what I would say. Okay,
so the trick is, don't sell your artwork as much. Sell your labor of creating that artwork.
That's how you do things. Like, and then I also heard other little myths and stuff. But like, for instance, the one in my bathroom right there, this that's supposed to be Aaron, but it's not Aaron. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I see it. Yep. I had to enlarge my screen for that.
Okay, so you put your little.
Sometimes though, I don't always do it. You know, it's just sometimes. But most of the work I do is commission. So people hit me up. I have probably like 7 commissions right now in queue, and I'll do a 20 by. I stopped doing the smaller ones, so now I'll do a 3x4. You'll commission me for a 3x4 for $850, and that'll be for one character.
Okay.
So do you have any characters that you really love drawing, like, or?
Oh no, actually, what I love doing is my own stuff. I got my own manga and stuff I'm working on, so I'm trying to get that going. You know.
So you didn't feel like telling us that
dream burying the lead.
Okay, that was the time. So we talked about how you got started, where you were. What are your current projects? What are you really looking forward to? Yeah. What work are you investing in right now?
The work I'm investing in right now is my own stuff. It's my manga. That's why I've been talking to a bunch of voice actors and stuff. I've been trying to partner. I even got like my own, like, I haven't dropped it, but it's just for me. I made it for me. And this is their character, my character.
Oh, that's fire. That's so dope.
I got like 55 pages in. I've been at it for like a couple years because of doing in and out of painting. And now that like I established what I established, let me see. Now that I established what I established, I kind of took a little break on certain things.
Oh, that's fine.
I'm really
give us like the log line. What's this about? And also, how are you thinking of making it? Are you trying to work with a publisher, or do you think you might like go Kickstarter style for it?
So what I want to do right now, talk to a couple people and like private investors and stuff, and the plan right now is to one. I got the first chapter done, not volume. So I'm kind of like stuck on what I exactly want to do when it comes to how I want to drop it. So I can go and drop the chapter, which is the one that's 50, 70 pages long, the one chapter, or I can go ahead and wait, finish the whole volume, and then drop the whole volume at once.
No, don't do that. You make more money by dropping out by chapters. Don't do that. So
we'll do the chapters. So then, hey, you just said it. So if we do the chapters, then I can just go ahead and I was gonna paint the cover first, so I gotta paint it on a 4x5, paint that. And I was thinking about doing the Kickstarter way because a couple people and investors told me just try the Kickstarter, see what happens, see who actually will support it, and so forth and so on, and go from there. But what I'm going to do soon is for the next like month or two, I'm gonna be doing in and out, drawing other people's like characters and painting them for the shows, just for, you know, the culture and what people are watching. But mostly I'm gonna just be dropping like my characters on 4x5s for like the next like couple months and see how that goes while in and out promoting the book.
Do you got a synopsis for the manga, or
I
don't even know what a synopsis is.
Oh, sorry.
What's it about? Is it like an action battle kind of
summary? Yeah. Basically, it's about a young boy that young boy or slash family that is in a different, you know, country, ends up having to go to another one and forced into doing war, which he doesn't want to, but he has to because of who he is. And but at the same time, the whole idea for him is just to live and not be, you know, a slave to society.
Oh, okay. That's dope. Yeah, I want to sink my teeth in that. So,
here and stuff, of course, it's a power scaling system. I don't know what fantasy or something. I'm just writing to write. And
so,
but I also have a homie that helps me out with drawing, so I don't have to do everything.
So when you're drawing these your chapters and do you draw them out like panels?
Yeah, I draw the. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. That's what I wanted to know. Break it down.
So what I'll start with is, of course, the story would have to be done. Well, not done, but at least have like most of the story together. And I'll visualize how I want to tell the story. Right now, it's like what one of my mentors, Alex, told me is he said, stay away from, I guess, looking at other things and reading things and focus on what your mind would do instead of like what the others would do. So what I'll do is I really like sit there, lock in and figure out how I want to do this. And I don't know if it's the proper way of doing it, but it's the way I would tell it and draw it.
Right.
Like there's this like panels where I just have like, I drew the character just looking over the panels, you know, and I don't know if that's right, but I'm going to go this way and make it work as much as I can. I want it to look like this and go in. And in One Piece, of course, just watching it, they made me think the same way. Like if Oda's saying a snail is a phone, I can say whatever is a phone, you know, I can do whatever I want at that point.
It's your world.
So it's my world. So I made all types of crazy stuff that I want to be there.
That you got your hands full, like you in so many different projects. So
and at the same time, I got an album, so I'm like working on the album. I'm doing all types of stuff.
All right, Kanye, like you do COVID, you got a manga.
I'm trying, man. I try.
That's
to do
a lie. You don't get all right in those days when you're burned out. What do you do?
I just lay down, sleep, watch some anime, watch some YouTube. I don't know if that. What do you mean by burnt out?
Like, say for instance, you're doing so much at one time. Like, okay, you got a commission coming in, and then you're like, oh, I got a canvas right here that I just started, but I want to finish, but I don't know. But then I want to finish this last chapter of this manga that I'm doing. Oh, but I got to do the ad libs on the album that I got. So, you know what I mean? Like, you ever have or is everything in a tight schedule? Do you have everything timed where you like, okay, one day I do this, one day I do that, or you just like go with the wind and just like?
I do go with the win, but in a scheduled way. It's weird. So if I start something, the goal is to finish it. Like finish that first before you move on to something else.
Mm-hmm.
That's the goal with everything for me, and that's what I preach and tell everybody. Like, if you are an artist, the biggest mistake I've seen in artists, the biggest one, is not finishing something, either because they don't like it or because they just didn't finish it. But at the end of the day, once you finish it, you can learn something from that and you can move on. You're not gonna learn nothing if it's just sitting there and not done.
You don't know me.
I don't. But,
no, but I totally understand. Yeah.
I've seen a lot of artists, they'll like start something and just have it sit there for years. Or they'll have an idea, right, and then not do it because for some reason. Or they'll have a project they wanted to do and not do it, or project they started and didn't finish. But at the end of the day, I tell them, like, yo, that's wasted ideas. That's like money. Ideas is literally money.
Mm-hmm.
Your ideas come and go like money. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't use it, it's just wasted. And at that point, it's just...
I feel like you just coming for me right now. But...
You?
No, but
ideas.
You heard me, man. I have this thing, right? I hate you, Debbie. When I was in high school, I used to get requests a lot where people would be like, "Oh, can you do this for me? Can you draw this for me?" Mm-hmm. And that's when I realized it wasn't fun anymore. Mm-hmm. Because if I'm doing it for somebody else, it's more constricted. Mm-hmm. It's not, because first of all, this is not something I wanted to draw. This is not inspiring to me. You're just telling me that you want me to draw this. It might be inspiring to some, just to see how far they can really take it with detailing, shading, and just being able to capture a picture. And just because my medium was lead, my medium will always be lead. I never painted. I just stick with lead. There's something about lead to me that I love. I could never do. It's just amazing. So that's what made me give up and not finish a lot of projects too, is because I don't find it fun anymore or fulfilling, or I would just be scared and be like, this is not coming out the way I wanted it to come out, and then I drop it. Has that ever happened to you?
Nope, can't relate. Must suck. Wow, that sounds rough.
What I just tell you.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to Black Robin.
Just told you. Just all of it.
No, I'm not trying to be mean. I was listening. But no, I'm sorry. That hasn't happened to me. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry, man.
Don't be sorry. No, because obviously it hasn't happened to you. Because we wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be the man that you are. You are dedicated and you have discipline, which is very hard for a lot of artists to have. And I find that to be amazing.
I don't know if it's discipline, because there has been times where I've been commissioned for something, and the greatest thing, being able to just be like, yo, I don't want to do this. It's just like, the best thing for me. So far, it hasn't been a commission I said I didn't want to do no more. I always finished them, but there's been like, let me see. There's been, actually, no, there has. There's been jackets when I was like, someone asked me and they're like, they got like a Luffy jacket I've done, right? And I'm like, I don't want to do this no more. And I just don't want to do it. So I'll just refund it and I'll tell them, and so of course they'll understand. But on the side of like where you said people asking you to do things, I do understand that. Like when they said that, when you said people asked you to do it and it just made you not want to do what you were doing anymore. I don't, what's what I'm trying to get to is, I'm very, very, very selective on what I accept and don't accept, And then at the same time, I wanted, if you're an artist out there, I'm talking to all the artists, and you are stuck on what you should do, what you shouldn't paint, what you should draw, what commissions you should take and not take. For one, first you got to value yourself. If you're not valued, you're not even going to be happy doing what you're doing. You're like, oh, why am I doing this for just this? Why am I doing this for just that? You're just doing it because you think that's what you're worth, because you haven't tried to, put that number out there. Because there are people that's going to pay you regardless on what level you're on, as long as you get the job done right. So Yeah. So like, if say for instance, that time you're doing your sketches and stuff, and you're drawing with your the lead and the different mediums, there could have been a time when you're like, yo, I'm not doing that. What you want me to do unless you give me $500. And then that $500 hit your pocket, you probably be motivated to finish. So, and then at the same time, that $500, that one $500 sale can get you going for months on when you're doing your own stuff and working on that person's piece they want you to do.
Okay.
So I would just tell people, don't devalue yourself. If your work is worth what it is, do it. If it's not, don't sell anything. Focus on honing in on your skills and making things as great as you can get it. That's what I would say before you even start doing selling and trying to do commissions. And if your skills are A1, you charge for A1 skills at that time. You're getting literally contracted by people to do work for you. A lot of people aren't going to see the respect in it at first, but once you hit that certain crowd, when you're doing it for yourself, you're putting your stuff online. As an artist, always press record. Always press record. If you're doing something you're not recording, you're losing. Always press record.
You hear that, Derbs?
Yeah.
He said, huh? Yeah.
So do you feel like right now your Instagram, you got the blue check. Do you think having that blue check has helped kind of like legitimize you or like let you charge more? Because now it's like official, or is it just there for decoration?
Nah, it didn't really do much. The only thing it did was it stopped the people that were scamming other people more. That's literally the reason why I have that blue check, and I made sure I got it. Because people were getting scammed. They're still getting scammed to this day.
Because they thought it was you?
Because they think it's me. These people are coming at me too. And my DMs, my emails, I scammed them. I'm like, I'm so sorry you got scammed. But I did not scam you. That was the other people. There's like,
how did that work? Did they like reach out, pay someone, and thinking it was you?
So this is what I've seen, and I get sent every day is someone would follow me. As soon as they follow me, a bot from each and every last one of those pages will message that person saying, "Do you want a custom?" I've never asked somebody or ever reached out to somebody and said, "Do you want a custom?"
Oh, those bots are smart. Because I guess are followers public on Instagram? I'm sorry, I'm very social media illiterate.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, so as soon as they say you followed X, they know they can start sending you scam bots from that same person or about that.
They'll send it instantly to you, and then they'll get in there, and these people having full conversations with you like they're me. They're saying what my prices are, and then they'll have my email, right? But it'll say, because my email is xxxtoday@gmail.com, but they'll put xxtoday extra like 2 letters at gmail.com.
Right. They make it ever so slightly different.
They made thousands off me.
Wow.
Those scammers are good. Like they are on it all the time.
They're good. But as soon as I get the check, it slowed down. I stopped getting so many of them, but I get a couple of them here and there after like every couple of days, or they'll comment and say I scammed them. I'm like, what are you talking about?
So what was the process of getting that check? How do you do it?
So with the process of getting a check, for me, I just paid for it. Literally just paid for it. I just went on there and paid for it. I didn't like get it. I can easily get it, but the thing is, I would have to go through a manager. I would have to go through the blogs. I didn't want to do all that, and they already had it up there, so I just paid for it.
Do you have a manager and an agent?
No, I have. Well, it's weird. I have people that say they're a manager that can be a manager. That helps me out, if that makes sense.
Is it your cousin?
Okay, gotcha.
But it's not official.
Got that like cousin Vinny.
I didn't sign a contract. Like this one guy I know is Preston. He's running anime convention in Arizona, and he's the one hooking up all of these like voice actors and stuff for me, and like putting me in contact with all this like companies and anime licensing and stuff. He's the one doing it, but he's not like an official. It's just like a trade-off with me and him. It's like I was like, all right, bro, I'll do this for your convention. You do this for me. And then he's like, I can't say too much. I can say right now he has, I don't know if it's 10 or 12 of the voice actors announced, but I'm doing videos with all of them. I'm doing art for all of them, and we're doing collab prints with all of them, and we're all doing videos, and they're all like big people like Kaido and so forth and so on. These sub actors are coming. Like that's the stuff that like I'm doing now with him. That's like a manager role, but it's not. You get where I'm going? And then he talks to different like companies like G Fuel and so forth and so on. You get where I'm going with it?
Yeah,
That's
it's
what I
like
say. I
one
would have
hand
to hit
washes the
him up.
other. Like, yeah, you
Yeah.
give me this, you give me that. I got you. I got you.
Then I got
I saw
someone in
recently.
Atlanta, so forth, so on.
I saw recently that you did a video where you had a picture of Whitebeard. The voice actor was there.
Yeah.
And he looked like he was about to tear up. He said, "Oh shit!" Like that was dope. That was dope. Shout out to you because I would have been crying, bawling.
Yeah, really.
Like, it's Whitebeard.
Yeah,
like,
it is. It is Whitebeard. It is. I was
Whitebeard.
I was chilling, and then I was. That's the crazy thing again. It was a UwuCon thing. That's who Preston was doing it. I was chilling at my booth that Preston did. Like I've never sold before. It was just one-on-one paintings there. I was literally like trying to figure out this in-person thing, and going to my booth, I was so bored just chilling there. I don't know. That's why I don't like doing like conventions and stuff. You just sit in there all day. So I was like, I left. I just left and I went to the closest art store. I bought canvases, paint, and everything in an apron. I come back to the convention and I just literally started painting Whitebeard. I did the sketch right in front of everybody. I painted them and everything. And then he comes around the table and he's like, "Huh, that's me." And he says his things and I'm like, "Oh my, what in the world?" And he's like, "I'm gonna be back when it's done." And I was like, and then Preston was like, "No, just surprise him on camera, man." I was like, "All right." So we go back to his table and we go and do the video, and that's what you've seen. And he ends up signing in and whatnot. And then we are in contact to this day, and we're doing like collab art prints and stuff. And that's where I go with doing all the art prints with different companies.
That is, look
and you claim you don't know how to do conventions. That is how you do conventions.
That's how you do it. Oda just spoke through you. And you just, that's amazing. I thought this shit was planned. You mean to tell me it just happened out of whim? You was like, I'm just going to draw Whitebeard.
That's what happened. That's literally what happened.
That's so fire, man.
I can't sit there though. That's the problem. I just was, I don't know. I paint so much. If I'm not painting or doing any music or something, I feel like something's wrong. So I was like, I'm gonna just go, and it made the time go by so quick too, instead of just sitting there for hours. It's just like,
that was a dope painting though. That was very dope. I'm surprised that you actually did that in one sitting. That shit took like, I thought it took a while, but you telling me you didn't do it at a convention?
Yeah. I did during the convention. Yeah. I'm gonna say it took 4 hours.
How long did that take, really?
I'm thinking 4 to like 3 to 4 hours. I can't remember. The sketch took probably 30 minutes.
Yeah, I'm looking at this painting right now. That would take me a lifetime.
Word. He did it half a work schedule, half a work day. So you came in, did this, and was done before lunch. Please.
Yeah.
How's that possible? That's amazing.
I think it's just repetition. You do it so much, it starts to get like, you start to know what it is.
It's like second nature.
Living, it's second nature at that point. I didn't paint so many canvases. I'm not gonna say the number, but I painted a lot.
Did a lot of people come up to you during DreamCon? Then it was like, "Oh my god, is Sheldon gonna get a jacket?"
It was actually what surprised me. No, it wasn't that people. There's people that came up, but like, what it was when I was talking to someone that's known or a celebrity or something. That's where it would surprise me because people don't know me for me. I started, I'm good with that. They know me for the art. That's what it's mainly for. But then when I'm talking to the celebrities and whatnot, and they end up scrolling, and then it already says following, that's when they start tripping out.
Oh, got you.
I'll just be talking to them. It's cool though. I'll be like, "Yo, what's up, man? What's up? You're like, what? You're crazy." And then they'll be like, they'll go to like, "We should follow each other." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, for sure." And I'm always down to collab with people and stuff. So he goes on there. They go on there, and they're like, "I'm already following you." I'm like, "You are?" And then they'll figure out, and then that's when
it's you.
Yeah.
Not like us.
What you mean?
We knew who you were. It wasn't just.
I appreciate that, man. You guys showed mad love that day too.
Oh man, I was so excited. Oh man, I was like, "Yo, oh my God, it's you! What you doing here?"
She was talking about it all weekend.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah. What's the name? Got me the ticket, Dylan. He got me a ticket and stuff to go, so it's pretty cool.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
So, do you think you get used to the in-person stuff?
Are
you an introvert? Do you consider yourself an introvert?
No. If I'm in a setting, I'm gonna talk to people. But I have so much things going on. I can't just like go talking to people. I think that's what it is. I'm a break dancer, so I used to travel and stuff and do a lot of competitions, like a lot of them around the U.S. of course, because I didn't go across seas yet, but I would go across the U.S. all the time, and you would have to talk to people. You'd have to literally dance and put on a show in front of people.
Right.
So, no, I wouldn't say I was an introvert. I mean, but people think I'm an introvert. It's whatever, for me.
Not when I first saw you, I thought I had to tone it down a little bit. I didn't want to scare you.
No, I wasn't scared. I wasn't scared.
And you was like, "Oh, hey," and I was like, "Oh shit!" But I was like, "Patty." I was like, "Hey."
No, that's real. That's much love right there.
So when are you gonna?
Because
I'm glad we met you too. Yeah, this is amazing. This is amazing. Wait, so how long do you think we'll get to see you in that Red Bull dancing competition? You never seen it? When it was like it's like a regular like B-boy, B-girl competition. You never seen it?
No, I've seen it. I haven't been in it particular. I didn't try out yet, but
would you?
You gotta train. It's messy. Now
you don't even have time because you've got dancing, you've got your music, you've got your canvases, you've got your prints, you've got your jackets, and you've got your manga.
Yeah, so
and
like,
Jeez.
Yeah, you do got that.
You know, there's only 24 hours in a day. You cannot sneak that extra hour.
And what you do with yours is what you do with yours, and what I do with mine is what I do with mine. All right?
Yeah.
And I see your handstands. First of all, you ain't got no bones. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Oh man, I think the last
battle that I did
freestyle session. I did freestyle session in LA. That's the last one I did.
So that you think that'll be it for you?
Nah. Right now, because I hurt my wrist. Actually, that's what it was. That was my painting wrist.
Oh.
Yeah, I had hurt it, but I still was painting. I ain't gonna give up. I was like,
of course, you can't stop the guy from guiding. Yeah. Like, is that a thing, guiding? Like
guiding? Man, yeah, I hurt my wrist, and I just took a break. It's been like 4 months since I hit the dance floor. I did try it like once within the 4 months, and it was still like there. So I just like I'm gonna come back to it eventually. Right now, I'm just focused on healing this wrist, 100%. Because if you just get back onto it, like with dancing and stuff, because I'm throwing my body, and if I'm throwing my body, I have to make sure everything's at 100.
30.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you ever consider working in a animation studio?
I don't want to do that.
That's an instant no.
No. Oh no! It's like, nah, I don't want to do that.
Okay, no serious. But do you have like a dream collab? Like if you could collab with this person or this company or this entity, you would just die.
Oh, collab is different. I don't collab with people. I collab with anybody, to be honest.
Yeah, but so is there anyone like you'd really, really want to work with?
Yeah.
Is it like what am I doing? What am I doing? Am I like with art?
Okay. Yeah, let's say it'll be some kind of art.
Okay, art. Collab with art. I need to get on Google. That's gonna be quick. Let me see.
Okay, you got it. You got it. You got it.
Oh, but you're just like so confident in your own, like, yeah, this is what I want to do. This is what I like to do. This is what I am doing. There is no I wish I could. It's always I am ...
That's it. That's it.
Okay, I got his name. I would like to work with Sui Ishida that makes Tokyo Ghoul, the mangaka for Tokyo Ghoul.
Really? Are you a big Tokyo Ghoul fan?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes. Okay. I think that was one of the first pieces I saw.
Or the
that you had was the Tokyo Ghoul. Oh, that's dope.
For 7 Deadly Sins, one of those two.
Are those your tops? Because I feel like we haven't really asked you if you have any like top favorite anime. I won't give
my
a number
favorite anime.
Yeah.
Favorite anime goes Tokyo Ghoul, 7 Deadly Sins, and then Vinland Saga.
Vinland.
Ooh.
Interesting.
A man of the culture. Thank you. Okay. Okay. A lot of people don't really like Vinland Saga after season 2, but I think it's just maturity.
So fire, bro. They don't understand the growth. That's all.
Nah, they don't understand the growth, but it's okay though. It's okay. It's okay.
Right? Those who get it, get it.
Yeah.
I know, right?
It ain't always about death and killing, bro.
Nah, it's not. It's not. You have a very nice palette, friend. You really do. This is nice. That's nice. That's nice. I'm tired of defending this shit.
That's my top 3 right there.
Okay, that's cool.
But that's if you cut out the the mainstream. Mainstream out of my top of the big three would be One Piece. Bleach is my favorite, and then Naruto.
Okay. What studio do you think does impeccable work to you? What animation studio? Yeah, Mappa. Oh, okay.
Studio Period used to do plenty stuff. And Toy Animation is just doing all the big stuff, of course, but Mappa is like, I don't know how they're doing that. They're dropping.
Oh, that's easy. That's
back. I'm like, what?
No windows for the artists. That's how they
no windows, no sunlight. You don't go outside until this is done. Yeah.
That's when you said, do I want to work for the animation studio? I'm like,
I mean, I think a lot of people, there was this one TikTok I saw, a lot of people are upset saying that everybody's saying that Studio Mappa is like the greatest studio ever. And to be fair, there are other studios that do great work. It's just that Mappa has been they've been consistent in eating. So they make sure whatever you like, we did that. And you can't knock down the hustle. You really can't. You really can't. If you hate on Mappa, it's because you lazy, my nigga. Like, come on. They don't sleep. They don't take no naps.
I don't know about
what's another one. What's the other one?
Work properly.
We really got to keep an eye on this new studio that's out with Zom 100.
Or
Bug? Studio Bug?
Studio Bug or Bug Films.
Okay, some about Bugs. I'm impressed with this as like their first debut work.
First of all,
I don't know if you've seen any of Zom 100 yet, but
yeah, I watched. I'm caught up. I'm on episode 7.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Like how they're doing things, it's clean.
Nah, they're impeccable.
It's really clean.
Yeah.
At first, I thought I was watching My Hero. I was like, wait a minute. And
It's clean.
No, so for a new studio, I'm proud of them. But honestly, I'm always a Trigger girl. I love Trigger's like
Trigger's great.
style.
Trigger's great.
Like more than it just looking pretty, I want to see like your unique flavor added. And Trigger always has a little like sprinkle of their own on their work.
Yeah. I'm trying to get that one studio though that does Demon Slayer and Fate.
Ufotable.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I like them.
They don't count. They don't count.
Crazy.
If you haven't,
they do something crazy.
Listen, if you haven't listened to our show before, we go in on Ufotable. They don't pay taxes, so it's not fair.
They have paid taxes in the past.
They haven't paid.
They've gotten in trouble from taxes because they're putting all their money towards the animation. It's so good. You look at it and you say, "Yeah, I believe they committed tax fraud." Yeah,
Sheldon, you did not know this?
Taxes with this quality.
Okay.
Sheldon, you didn't know this that they weren't paying taxes?
Nah.
So you thought Demon Slayer was looking pretty just like that just because?
No, I thought they made billions or something. And I'm like, well, they got money to do that.
No, they
got money. They're just not giving it to the government.
Yeah, they lied on the papers. They get audited every year. That's why the Fate series just looks so immaculate.
Yeah,
they look so
every year. What?
Every year they get audited. So that's why I don't really. I think the work is beautiful, but at some point you do have to say that it is unfair that they're able to put out great quality content while other studios are paying taxes and trying to stay above float. What you said, Derby?
That we know of, you don't know.
That we know of? Listen, Japan gonna let you know if a motherfucker not paying taxes. They don't play with that shit. They don't play that shit.
Crazy.
But, okay, so what is your top anime right now for this season that you're just like, ooh, I can't wait for this episode to come out?
I haven't felt like that in a while.
Wow. Okay. Hard man to please. I got you.
The last one it was that second season of Demon Slayer, and then Villain Saga.
Season.
I waited every week for Villain Saga.
Yeah, because it left you in a cliffhanger. It really did leave you in a cliffhanger.
It was so amazing, though. I love that show, man.
Yeah, it was good.
That was great. Do you know when he was in his he was stuck underneath the ground, and all his people he killed in his past were just swarming. And then his nails was ripping as he was falling. That was great.
See, I feel like that moment, if you didn't get the transition that was going on within himself, drop it. If you didn't catch it from that episode,
they're crazy if you didn't get that.
Just drop it. Just drop it. The way, what's his name? The dude that's his stepdaddy. Escalade, right?
Escalade, yeah.
When the nigga came through, was like, nigga, come on, stop it. You afraid to be here? You put us here. You want to be here next. Like the way he just talked to him.
Yeah, that was crazy, man. That was crazy.
Man, if that's like the biggest redemption arc. It's just amazing to me. But to be fair, I do understand why people came in a little disappointed saying, whoa. This not chicken. You told me this was chicken. This is a fish fillet. Like, I don't know what I get where people are coming from, but still the growth, it's amazing. The struggle with the battle within himself was awesome. Not to mention his friend, you could tell like he was going through his own battle.
Yeah.
Because now he had to come into a realization that damn, here there was like, I kind of felt like a Vegeta Goku type moment, because here's this guy who wish he was just as strong as Thorfinn. And he knew for a fact I would mop this fucking farm, kill everybody if I was like Thorfinn. And here's Thorfinn talk about, hold on. Let's read Leviticus. Like, verse 16. So I don't know. It's just a lot to talk about, and I feel like a lot of people are missing the point. And it's cool if it's not for you, it's not for you. But to actually be able to have a conversation with somebody who really gets the gist of what's going on in the second season it's always good to hear. It's always great. Not everything got to be about beating people's ass. You need a purpose.
I mean, mangaka made it very clear we can watch Attack on Titan for that.
Yeah, he did say that. Did you see what the mangaka from Vinland Saga said? He said, well, I understand that people wanted more fighting and wanted Thorfinn to kick more ass, but, I'm not for that. I'm not really a violent person. You can always watch Attack on Titan for that.
Yeah, right. That's what's up.
Get all your murder and bloodshed needs right there.
Yeah, it's so much out there.
I mean, listen, I was spreading the good Lord's work. That's what he said. I mean, like, listen.
Yeah.
When Thorfinn was like, I'm listening to this dude read the Bible, I said, there it is. There it is. The same dude that was just killing people with these. Once you saw this, with the knives and I was like, all right. And
that
now,
was so dope when he pulled it back out though, without the blades in his hands.
Oh yeah, that was dope. That was dope. And then when they Mike Tyson him with the ear, when they cut his ear.
Yeah, I was like, bro, it's just standing here.
And he just stood there. That's it. And they cut a little piece of the head. He said, sir, just a little bit on the bottom. Don't do too much on top. I mean, that's good story. That's good story writing right there.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
That was top tier right there for sure.
It is. It's
kind of what I was waiting for when, if anything, was Vinland Saga. Right now, it's kind of dry for me. I mean, I'm going to watch Jujutsu Kaisen because it's almost like, not because I want to, but like it's almost like I have to. I don't know.
Any shows you're looking forward to?
Yeah, it's just like anything in hype, I just watch it to stay within, see what everybody's into. But
yeah, because you gotta get ready for that commission work.
I know, right? I don't paint what I have not watched. That's one thing about me.
There it is.
Ooh, it is. Good. I respect that. It's like I don't really like to wear merch for a show that I'm not into. It just feels a little fake.
Yeah, so I don't paint it because I tried that once and then I was like, nah, bro, I can't do this again. It was with Solo Leveling. I don't even think I had the art right, so I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that again.
That's for the best.
I mean, but that was back then when we didn't have merch like that. So it's like whatever you got, you took.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, I'll take this. If somebody comes up to you, oh, you like? I don't know. I just like anime. I don't like. This is not even my shit.
I don't even know what this is on my shirt.
It's just on my shirt. That's it. That's
right.
It.
That'd be crazy. I say like to do that.
But it's true.
I look at the posters.
So, what should we be looking forward to your next projects aside from the manga? So wait, hold on. I'm gonna put this out in stone, so you can't say no. So when you release the first chapter, you're gonna come on here, right, and tell us about the release and if you're gonna do a Kickstarter, right?
Of course.
All right, got you on tape, got you 4K, my guy.
Yeah.
Let's let you know that.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
I think my biggest project right now is you won't see me like doing a lot of commissions for the next like till up to UwuCon because I'm doing a 4x5 for each voice actor. So I'm gonna do a 4x5 and kind of present it in front of a crowd like exhibit with the voice actors and have them sign it on spot in front of everyone. So that's my next project,
dope.
and that's going to take me a long time. At the same time, I told you I'm doing the room,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm also working on doing the room too. So that's my next project I'll be looking out for, other than the manga and the album.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. That's dope. Well, we'll definitely stay tuned and making sure we get all the release dates for the album, the manga.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Why don't you as we're wrapping up, what are your socials? Where can people find you? How can they contact you if they want anything?
Socials is Poohbrezzy on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube and Twitter and stuff like that, or X.
Right. Sorry about that one.
Yeah. Poohbrezzy, and if it doesn't have one E and two Z's, it's not me. Okay.
Oh,
I like
that.
Don't get fooled by the scammers, guys.
Please, they are triple E's, triple Z's. It's not me.
Got you. Love it.
What was the last thing you said?
Yeah, how can they contact you if your commissions are open, or when would you, or if you're locked down? But anyway, how can they reach out if they want to collab with you?
Just go to my website, go to the custom form, and just fill out the custom form. It got like all these things you can click, like shoes and stuff. Because I used to do like outfits, but
All right.
you just go to the custom form, fill it out, leave your email and stuff.